Right here is the recently closed Dairy Drive encampment in Madison, Wisconsin. They wasted millions of city, county, and federal tax dollars on this program. They gave one of these shacks to a known arsonist. He burnt it to the ground. There were shootings here. There were stabbings here. Prostitution. Open drug use. They allowed the use of heroin, and people died from it. This place was the most criminal thing that the city of Madison ever did. This was open for the last 5 years and finally got shut down. The city politicians didn't care what was happening here. They were completely unaware. They were talking about spending millions of dollars more to rebuild these shacks. These shacks, which apparently cost $15,000 a piece at the original purchase. Several people died here, and no politician cared at all about what was going on, because this place in the middle of the industrial park off of Stoughton Road in Madison, Wisconsin, this was a place where they swept the homeless under the rug. Homeless people did not want to be here. There was no kitchen here. There were 2 bathrooms in the larger building. The woman in charge of this facility runs a political action committee that supports the campaigns of the very alders and county representatives, who then turned around and gave her millions and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars from the city and county, and federal COVID money was wasted on this facility. The money spent here could have purchased a building, could have funded jobs programs, housing programs, drug rehabilitation, but they wasted over $10 million on this facility that did nothing more than kill the homeless and line the pockets of politicians. This is the most criminal thing that the city of Madison has ever done. Every politician who supported this should be in prison for what they've done. This place, this series of shitty little shacks, it was drugs, it was prostitution, shootings, stabbings, arson, destruction. It was covered in filth and graffiti. There were children present during this. RVs would park along these side streets, use whatever resources they could from this facility. But like I said, there was no kitchen here. There were 2 bathrooms. This was the most awful and criminal thing the city of Madison has ever done. The media ignored it, the politicians ignored it, and the people like myself who were calling this out the entire time were told that we were anti-homeless, that we didn't care about the homeless. The money that was spent here could have been better spent. This place killed homeless people, and the politicians ignored it for 5 frickin' years. And now, 5 years later, they finally shut it down. Brenda Conkle killed homeless people here, and the city is still giving her money for a different facility known as Occupy Madison.